Hello everyone and welcome back to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah and today I'm doing a reading for the beautiful sign of Taurus for the mid-August time period. I hope all my Taurus friends are doing great out there. As you know, this is a general reading, so there will be some parts that do not resonate with you. Only take the parts that do resonate and leave the rest behind. You may also want to check out your other signs as well. I've already meditated on the cards, I've already shuffled the cards, and this is a spread that I have for you today, dear Taurus. In the past position, we do have the Nine of Cups, clarified by the Ten of Swords. In the obstacle position, we have the Knight of Wands, clarified by the Ace of Swords. In the present position, we have the Page of Swords, clarified by the Ten of Cups. And in the future outcome position, we do have the Five of Wands, clarified by the Four of Pentacles. So let's start from the beginning. In the past position, we do have the beautiful Nine of Cups, which is a card of a wish coming true. It's also a card of having meaning in your life and having purpose in your life, and feeling satisfaction from everything that is happening, and having wonderful relationships that are very supportive and that makes you feel like you're part of a wonderful group, part of a wonderful tribe. The Nine of Cups is all about emotional stability, and it's interesting that it's clarified here with the Ten of Swords, because the Ten of Swords is a very low vibrational card. It's a card of worry, it's a card of anxiety. It's described usually as a card of death by 1,000 cuts, because we do see 10 different swords in someone's back. It's not like there's only one betrayal, but there's 10 whole different betrayals, basically a lot of betrayals that this card tries to signify. But what I like about the Ten of Swords is that it is a card of completion, and there's a new beginning on the way. The worst is over, the storm has passed, and there's a lot more wonderful, interesting things to look forward to. We know that it's interesting actually that the Ten of Swords is in this past position, in the clarifying position, but then it has the Ace of Swords right next to it, symbolizing that new cycle is beginning for you. Now, the combination with the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Swords, to me, suggests that there was an important relationship in the past for you that unfortunately, suffered a bit of defeat, that there was an end of a road of a particular relationship. So something came to an end that really meant a lot to you, and you're still processing that energy. It's still affecting you, that loss, that grief. It's important to remember that you don't want to suppress emotions when you're kind of trying to overcome low vibrational situations, because when you suppress emotions, you don't receive messages that those emotions carry, with them, which is really important. It's part of the grief and moving on. In order to, move on successfully, you want to make sure to acknowledge all of the emotions that you may be experiencing as a result of a loss of a particular relationship. But it did teach you a lot. You did learn quite a lot from this, combination, from having this emotional stability and then having that, be taken away from you. Definitely it made you be more intelligent. It made you be more aware, as well as, really appreciate different things that bring so much goodness into your life, and get rid of things that no longer serve you as well. Now, in the obstacle position, we do have the Knight of Wands, which the Knight brings very chaotic energy with him that you may be experiencing around the middle of August. So do keep an eye out and try to kind of create a little bit of distance from chaotic energy of people around you and yourself as well. Sometimes when we get the Knight of Wands in the challenging position, it could mean that around you someone has lack of commitment to you. It could be a friend, it could be someone that you're interested romantically. It could be like a colleague that you expect, like a work colleague that you expect to help you with something, but they're not really going to. So definitely be aware of this chaotic energy, not very dependable energy. The Knight of Wands generally describes people who can, sometimes turn on their charm and then turn off their charm, because they are very manipulative manipulative. You want to be aware of that type of energy, and you want to create distance between yourself and anyone who is causing that chaotic energy that may be affecting you in a low vibrational way, if you will. Sometimes we get the Knight of Wands in the challenging position as a warning that any type of travel plans you may have coming up may actually be delayed, because the Knight of Wands is in the challenging position. So, double check your travel plans. Make sure that you have different backup plans if you are deciding to travel, so that you can protect yourself in that way. The Knight of Wands is clarified here with the Ace of Swords. The Ace presents confusion when it is in the challenging position. The clarity that the Ace of Swords is supposed to bring isn't there. Instead, there's confusion and sometimes even deception. It could be that there's misinformation that is being presented to you by people that may be around you to confuse you on purpose. So again, you want to really move slow around middle of August. Don't make any sudden moves. Just allow yourself plenty of time to make decisions that seem right to you. Be very cautious, step back, and even allow the situations around you to just play out in a natural way. The best thing to do here is not to get in your own way. The best thing is to trust your intuition and trust your faith, your belief system, that it will carry you through. But overall, this energy is not too terrible, because both the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Swords are both minor arcana cards. So the issues that they will be presenting, they're only going to last a short period of time, no more than a week or so. So it's important to be aware of that as well. Now, in the present position, we have the Page of Swords clarified by the Ten of Cups. Actually, it's a pretty good combination. We know that the swords are a suit of challenges, but in this particular instance, the Page of Swords is more someone who is, leveling, who's gaining a lot of confidence, because we have the Ten of Cups in the clarifying position. The Ten of Cups is having a really positive kind of impact on the Page of Swords, and as a result, you may find yourself in the middle, around the middle of August, feeling more courageous and more brave, and opening up more emotionally and sharing with others, how you feel, because you can be somewhat guarded, dear Taurus. It's important to remember to lower your walls a little bit and to allow other people in, of course, cautiously and slowly. What's interesting to me about the spread is that you have this Sword Cups combinations. Like in the past position, you have the Nine of Cups with the Ten of Swords, and in the present position, you have the Page of Swords with the Ten of Cups. So that tells me that in the past, you were very open and very warm and very inviting, and kind of allowed, maybe at times, you allowed yourself to be taken advantage of a little bit at times, and since then you learned your lesson, because now it seems like you are a little bit more aware how the world works, and that people aren't always nice, and that people don't always, are not super honest, and they can be deceptive and they can be manipulative. So it looks like you have been able to really put on your analytical view on the world, and really proceed in such a way where your interests are counted first. You have definitely leveled up spiritually. You definitely leveled up emotionally and intellectually over the last 24 months especially. Now, the one thing that stands out to me, and I want you to be aware of, is sometimes when we have the combinations where we have swords and when we have cups, it could mean that we're intellectualizing our emotions. When we don't feel our emotions, when we don't experience our emotions, but when we intellectualize and try to turn it into something else, it's important to feel emotions, even when they are unpleasant, even when they are suffocating. It's important to allow to feel yourself the emotions, because emotions bring us messages. They bring us messages from our subconscious. They bring us messages that sometimes we refuse to acknowledge, that we refuse to deal with. And it's important to listen to those messages, because they help us progress, and they help us grow, and they help us avoid, really painful kind of pitfalls. But this combination, the Page of Swords and the Ten of Cups, is very powerful. And it's that kind of power that, works out for you, because you are the one that has the sword in your hand, and you're the one that has the attention on you in the middle of August. You are becoming more confident in yourself. You are becoming more confident in your skills. You're opening up emotionally. You're becoming freer. You're feeling and appreciating that freedom. You're also appreciating your emotions as well. Now, in the future outcome position, we do have the Five of Wands, clarified by the Four of Pentacles. The Five of Wands is generally known as a card of conflict, but honestly, it's not so bad, because the sticks are not like swords. So the Five of Wands generally means there may be some personality conflicts. It could be that, you may be dealing with a group of people around you. It could be a group of people at work. It could be a group of people at home. It could be a group of people at school, or friends, but there's definitely multiple people around you. It could include you, or it could just be that you're affected by it. But there's a group of people around you that is arguing, and they can't seem to agree on the same course of action. They can't seem to agree on some sort of a compromise, and as a result, that may be affecting you a little bit in a low vibrational way. So you want to make sure to meditate, to drink plenty of water. You want to ground yourself. You want to stay in your own frame and do, all those healthy things that we usually do throughout our days, our weeks, our months, our years, to stay in that high vibration. And it's interesting that the Five of Wands here is clarified by the Four of Pentacles, because the Four of Pentacles suggests to me that someone is being greedy, that someone is holding on to money or some sort of a resource and doesn't want to share. And as a result, there's a little bit of conflict and disagreement that is happening. So definitely be aware of people with, people who are showing signs of being possessive, people who are showing signs of being, very territorial. You may want to stay away from those people, because ultimately that, they will have low vibrational energies that will, try to kind of come into your world and have an effect on your world. Let's see what we can clarify with the Shaman's Dream Oracle card that I pulled to see what we can clarify. And we've got First Breath, Beginner's Mind. This card is all about having a fresh start, an opportunity for a fresh start, a fresh relationship, a fresh work situation. Perhaps you're actually moving. Whatever that fresh start may be for you, it requires that you have your natural trust in your belief system, in your intuition. When the First Breath card shows up for you, it's time to leave the old stories and tales behind. You have arrived. Take a deep breath and another deep breath. There's nothing else you need to do but take in the new world that is revealing itself around you. Trust your natural curiosity. Remember, you do not want to squander the power of first breath, because it gives the old narrative mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Use it for new beginnings. Use it to animate your world. Create your new world. Do not underestimate the power of your breath. The First Breath card to me suggests that the difficult parts are over. You have overcome many different challenges. You've overcome many different hardships and conflicts and disagreements, and you have been able to stay true to yourself throughout all those things. So the divine is giving you this new beginning that you have been waiting for. Make sure to take full advantage of it, because this one is extremely unique. You are in the year of the Taurus Taurus. After all, you are in the year of the bull. So this is your time, and this is especially a very important month for you, dear Taurus. Let's see what we can clarify with the two mystical wisdom cards that I pulled. And we've got Angel of Miracles, open your heart and expect a miracle, and self-reliance, don't be afraid to fly solo. It's a really beautiful card, isn't it? Angels shine a divine light of intelligence made of the highest and purest of the Holy Spirit. Angels bestow these gifts and miracles upon you, appearing in many different forms. A bird, a butterfly, an animal, or the brightest and only flower in blossom. When coincidences happen, when synchronicities happen, miracles will start to happen in your life. You know that the angels are with you. The angels are assisting you. They are guiding you during these different changes or challenges, and they're comforting you as well so that you can move on to the next stage of your journey. Anything is possible when you have your angels with you. And the affirmation for this card is, I believe in miracles. There's nothing else you need to do. All you need to do is have that trust and have that faith that the universe is aligning for you. Once you kind of set that intention, once you tell yourself, okay, I have faith, don't go back to that and start, nitpicking. Just, allow the universe to do the work, and you will see the rewards as they come, because they're coming, and they're coming very soon. Now, the self-reliance card is all about, having that courage and fortitude to assert yourself and your point of view. And it very much corresponds with the Five of Wands, because the Five of Wands is also about standing up for what is important specifically to you. And so the self-reliance card is saying this is the time for you to, tell everyone what you feel and how you feel. This is the time for you to honor your own feelings. By doing so, you gain respect and support from your friends, from your family, from your colleagues. It takes a lot of boldness and integrity to stand up for yourself and be counted, especially when no one else is supporting you. Trust yourself and value your own opinions, your own judgments. Flying solo is a challenge that takes courage and confidence. This is your road to freedom. Become lion-hearted and know that your best protection is your own spine. And the affirmation for this card is, if it is to be, it is up to me. I hope you enjoyed this video, dear Taurus. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for visiting my channel, and I will see you next time.